here. How many fights have you lost? How many fights have you lost? How many fights have you lost? Hey, what you think you're gonna look like when you get your ass up and your ass and you got knots all over your damn head?
The boxing world erupted after Floyd Mayweather Sr. stepped up to the microphone during a press conference and issued a fiery warning to Mike Tyson, declaring that his son, Floyd Mayweather Jr., would completely outclass Tyson. The atmosphere in the room reportedly turned silent as Sr. spoke with a tone that witnesses described as angry, confrontational, and full of confidence, making it obvious that the situation had become personal. According to sources present, when he was asked a straightforward question about the possible Mike Tyson exhibition, he leaned forward toward the microphone with,
Get the hell out of here. How many fights have you lost? How many fights have you lost? How many fights have you lost?
It don't matter.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. specifically reminded everyone that Mike Tyson couldn't even overcome Buster Douglas, questioning how he could possibly land meaningful shots on Floyd Mayweather Jr. The tension reportedly grew as insiders say Sr. began listing Tyson's losses one after another, explaining how Evander Holyfield beat him twice, how Lennox Lewis forced him to quit on the stool, and how Kevin McBride even managed to defeat him. His message was direct. Whenever Tyson stepped into the ring with a fighter who had strong boxing fundamentals and a solid strategy.
Mike Tyson said it. You know why you said by his defense? You know why he's still here? Because defense.
Yeah.
You see these other crazy ass fighters fighting with their head, ain't fighting with their mind.
Okay.
That's why you see them, their career is short. That's why he's still here.
One reporter covering the press conference said that Floyd Mayweather Sr. even rose from his chair to demonstrate Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s famous shoulder roll defense right there at the table. Using his hands and body movement, he illustrated how Floyd could make Mike Tyson miss punches by inches and immediately counter with perfect timing.
Well, that's what it is. And last but not least, your boy Mike Tyson, man.
Nothing to talk about no more. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the top fighter in all classes.
Mike Tyson wasn't disciplined enough to do what he had to do to become what my cousin Floyd is today. And that's all I'm going to say.
So you're saying it's envy? It's envy.
It's very envy.
What else could it be?
Very envy.
It ain't nothing else, man. When them people had their time.
The demonstration quickly had people around the room pulling out their phones to record the moment, as Floyd Mayweather Sr. displayed decades of boxing knowledge through every motion. The verbal attacks didn't stop either. According to sources, Sr. even questioned Mike Tyson's mental state, suggesting
You know what that is? You still got it. Right. You got it. Look.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. pointed out that Mike Tyson often speaks about his prime years as if they were recent, but the reality is that he's approaching 60 and hasn't competed seriously in decades. Sr. also criticized Tyson's exhibition fight with Roy Jones Jr., calling it awkward and saying both fighters moved far slower than they did during their prime years. However,
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
sources close to the situation said Floyd Mayweather Sr. laughed when watching clips of Mike Tyson hitting pads in training, explaining that it may look impressive until you remember the pads don't punch back. Sr. stressed that looking sharp during workouts means very little when facing someone with the skill set of Floyd Mayweather Jr. He compared it to shadowboxing, where a fighter
You done lost 3 fights, and Floyd's gonna beat your ass, you're gonna lose 4. And beat all the top fighters there is. And all them same fighters that he beat can beat your ass.
Sources say the financial aspect of the potential fight also drew a blunt remark from Floyd Mayweather Sr. He reportedly said that Mike Tyson needs the fight far more than Floyd Mayweather Jr. does. According to Sr., Tyson is likely chasing one last major payday, while Floyd could generate income in countless ways without ever stepping into the ring again. He reportedly added that Mike should actually be thankful Floyd is even considering the bout, because most fighters at Floyd's level wouldn't waste time facing a nearly...
And it's not like I'm hurting, and the people is enjoying it, my team is enjoying it, and it's good to be able to travel to different places and train and shake hands with different people from all walks of life.
According to witnesses, the situation became even more disrespectful when Floyd Mayweather Sr. brought up how Mike Tyson sounds today compared to his prime years, even mimicking Tyson's high-pitched voice while suggesting that the tough talk doesn't match the fighter he is now. One attendee said the moment felt extremely harsh, with several people audibly gasping as the mockery crossed a line. Sr. also compared Tyson to several of Floyd's past opponents, mentioning Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Shane Mosley, explaining that each of them was younger, quicker, and technically sharper than Tyson is today. He questioned how Mike could believe he has a chance when even elite fighters in their prime couldn't solve the Mayweather puzzle.
I beat more world champions than any fighter in history. I'm 50-0, but half of my fights was world title fights. If you're not betting on a game, it's not even fun to watch. When you're betting on it, you're on the edge of your seat. What these boxers do now, they're boxers.
Yeah.
They're boxers, I'm a box office.
Yeah.
There's a difference. These fighters, they get in the bag when they go over to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They're getting great money, not good money, great money. So, of course they wanna see Floyd Mayweather in the exhibition. And you already know what the payday gonna be.
Sources say Floyd Mayweather Sr. didn't limit his criticism to Mike Tyson's physical abilities. He also attacked his strategic thinking. Sr. reportedly said Tyson built his career largely on intimidation and quick knockouts, but when opponents refused to be intimidated, he struggled. As an example, he mentioned how Evander Holyfield walked through Tyson's best punches and eventually broke him mentally. Sr. also reminded people of the chaotic moments in that rivalry that led to the infamous ear-biting incident, suggesting Tyson loses composure when things go wrong. He also criticized the training involvement of Terence Crawford, calling it more of a publicity move than real preparation. According to Sr., having Crawford help Tyson is like putting a bandage on a bullet wound.
And for him to give me the respect that I always gave him, it was definitely dope, It was dope. I wasn't doing nothing, I was just chilling, training. And I got that phone call, and that was the light that sparked it all. Me sparring Tim Bradley, and then it's been up every...
Insiders say Floyd Mayweather Sr. went into detailed strategy about how Floyd Mayweather Jr. would approach a fight with Mike Tyson. Sr. explained that Floyd would use his jab to control distance, force Mike to chase him around the ring, and allow Tyson to waste energy throwing punches that connect with nothing. Once Tyson's stamina fades, Floyd would begin carefully picking him apart in the later rounds. Sr. even suggested Floyd might deliberately carry Tyson through the middle rounds to entertain the crowd before increasing the pressure in the championship rounds to make a statement. The size difference was dismissed as meaningless, with Sr. pointing out that Floyd has already defeated naturally larger...
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up there, y'all praising this dude, but it's nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Sr. also addressed the debate about powerful punchers, explaining that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has already faced several dangerous knockout artists. He mentioned Shane Mosley, who once dropped Antonio Margarito, as well as Marcos Maidana, whom Floyd fought twice and who was famous for wearing fighters down with pressure. He also referenced Miguel Cotto, one of the most powerful welterweights of his era. According to Sr., none of these fighters were able...
Just like that. You don't find people that just like that. Somebody got to be in the background. He's the best ever, yes.
As his father, how does that make you feel?
Huh?
As his father, how did that make you feel knowing,
There it is. I'm done. Well, if you want to read them off, read them off. Because this is Floyd Mayweather Sr., the main man behind it.
The exhibition rules were also discussed, and Floyd Mayweather Sr. reportedly gave a brutal assessment. According to insiders, he suggested that Mike Tyson's team might push for protective headgear, larger gloves, shorter rounds, and referees who quickly separate the fighters because they know Tyson cannot survive a real fight under normal conditions. Sr. reportedly said that even with heavier gloves, Floyd Mayweather Jr. would still dominate every round. He even recalled times when Floyd sparred with heavyweights simply for practice and made them look foolish. Sr. also addressed Tyson's fan base, claiming many supporters are stuck in nostalgia and unwilling to accept that their hero is now older, slower, and far removed from his prime. He explained that fans still picture the Tyson who ruled the late 1980s by defeating fighters like Trevor Berbick and Michael Spinks, but that version of Tyson no longer exists. Sr. emphasized that no amount of training or supplements can restore youth and speed. Age became a major topic, with Sr. highlighting the nearly 10-year age difference between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Tyson, explaining that such a
gap in his youth. First of all, that's an energy-burning style. At 58 years old, you're not pulling that style off. Tyson didn't even have that style in his mid-30s when he was almost at retirement age. He was already not moving his head like that. So, I don't know, man. I don't really know what to make of this. I don't know exactly what to think of it.
Sr. reportedly also mentioned Mike Tyson's stamina issues from his prime years, noting that even in his 20s Tyson often slowed down after 4 or 5 intense rounds. He questioned why anyone would expect his endurance to improve now that he is 58. Sr.'s prediction for the fight was extremely harsh. He said Floyd Mayweather Jr. would likely win every round on all 3 scorecards, while Tyson might not land more than 10 clean punches throughout the bout. According to him, the fight would be so one-sided that people might question why it was allowed in the first place. He even predicted embarrassing punch statistics, suggesting Floyd could land close to 200 punches while Tyson might connect with only around 15. Sr. then analyzed Tyson's long-standing weaknesses, including trouble against taller fighters with longer reach, difficulties dealing with clinches, and defensive gaps against strong jabs. He argued that Floyd's style perfectly exploits those weaknesses, noting that Floyd now has the reach advantage, is one of boxing's best clinch specialists, and still possesses a sharp jab. Sr. also criticized Tyson's corner, saying anyone telling Mike he can win either doesn't understand boxing or has another reason for saying so. He argued that a responsible trainer would advise Tyson to avoid risking his legacy and instead participate only in exhibitions against fighters closer to his age. Sr. even dismissed Tyson's training with Terence Crawford as preparation for a fight that's already lost. He also pointed out that referees in exhibitions often allow longer exchanges before stepping in, which could actually favor Floyd by letting Tyson become frustrated after missing repeatedly. Sr. brought up Tyson's famous ear-biting incident against Evander Holyfield as proof that Tyson sometimes loses control when things go wrong. To support his argument historically, he cited defensive legends like Willie Pep, Pernell Whitaker, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. himself as examples of fighters who consistently defeated powerful punchers through skill and defense. Sr. stressed that power means very little without precision and said Tyson has never faced anyone with Floyd's level of defensive mastery. He even addressed Tyson directly, telling him to stop building hype around training camp and admit that the fight mainly benefits him financially through Floyd's name recognition. Sr. concluded that the boxing world already understands how the fight would play out, Floyd barely breaking a sweat while Tyson struggles to land meaningful shots. He finished by focusing on legacy, warning that stepping into the ring with Floyd could damage Tyson's legendary reputation because if Floyd dominates him as predicted, that moment could become one of the defeats people remember most. Sr. suggested Tyson already has losses that affect his legacy, so adding another, especially at this age, would be even more damaging. He said Tyson should follow Floyd's example by protecting his legacy instead of risking it for one more paycheck. At the end of the press conference, Sr. reportedly stood up and delivered one final statement that electrified the room. When Floyd Mayweather Jr. enters the ring with Mike Tyson, witnesses said the tension in the room was intense as Sr. walked out.